Hey, I'm Monet Capri, and you're watching Faithful and Stylish TV. So today on Faith to Faith Friday, we're going to discuss friendship. Now, if you have not looked at my previous video where I discussed my move to California, please watch that video first. I'm kind of going in order of importance / order of how I receive things from my move here, and it'll just flow better if you go ahead and watch that video. I will link it below in the description, or I will link it on the video screen. Wherever it is, please watch that first and then head back to this video and watch this one. Friendship is one of those things we think we should master by the time that we're adults. But I realize sometimes friendship gets harder the older you get. You begin to grow into who you are, and some friends may not like who you become, leaving a ton of miscommunication. Some friends outgrow each other, while some are meant for only seasons in our lives. When I made the decision to move to California, one of the first things I thought about was how I was going to leave all my friends behind and how I would have to start from scratch once I moved. It's something that scared me but also excited me. I love meeting new people and developing new relationships. It gives you a chance to grow and connect as individuals. But I also love my friends and the connections that I worked for. Thinking back, I honestly thank God for all of my friends who took the time to call me and make sure that I was doing okay here. It meant so much to me, and knowing that I had people in my corner made me want to do well and keep moving forward despite any and everything. But unfortunately, it wasn't always that easy. Most days it was tough not having a support system of peers who got me. It was tough going through a trying time in my life without my friends physically there. There were days that I just needed to go over a friend's house and chill and release, but I couldn't. I didn't have that outlet. I would be, going through things where, you feel as though you need this one particular response from a friend. Like you would go to your friend and vent, or go to your friend and express, how you're feeling and what you're going through. And you will already know in your mind what you're looking for, like what you need to hear. And anything other than what you feel you need, you block out, or you build up a defensive wall and kind of become upset and become angry because you're not receiving what you think you need. And I went through that so much where whenever I would go to a friend for advice or to vent, and I'm like, this is what I'm looking for, this is what I need to get me out of this rut, to help me to move forward, I sometimes would not receive that, and I would be angry. I would be angry at my friend because I'm like, you're not being what I need you to be. I wouldn't express it, but it would be, thoughts that are going through my mind. And I feel like when you're in a friendship, you have to know your friends. You have to know the type of support that they give. And you have to be open to it and open to receive, because everyone does not give and receive advice, love, affection, all that the same way. It's just not how the world works. One of the major lessons that I learned was that support comes in many different shapes and sizes. Support is not one size fit all. Like, you can't put it into one package. There's so many different ways to support, your loved ones. And, I was so used to being at home where everything was comfortable. Nothing was like, really stretching me. So the type of support I got was like that, that normal support. But being in an uncomfortable place and being in a place where you're being stretched and where you're learning and where you're growing, that one size fit all support just doesn't work. Support is not one size fit all. I battled with misunderstanding the different type of support each individual friend in my life was able to give. All of your friends will not be able to support you the same way collectively or support you the way you feel you need to be supported. There were times where I expected a very specific type of support, and when I didn't get it, I would be so upset with my friend, on the inside, like, is she really my friend? Like, does she really have my best interest at heart? And why is she not understanding what I'm going through? And why is she not telling me what I think I need to be hearing? That was mistake number one. When you go to someone for support, especially a friend, you gotta be open-minded. What's the point of asking for support or asking for advice if you already know what you want to hear? I'm like, this is what I would say to my friend, and that is what I would expect them to say to me. But that's not the case. We're not all made the same. We don't all have the same advice to give. And that was, a mistake of mine. But if I took the time to understand my friend and understand where she was coming from, I would have been able to receive the love and support they were giving. I also learned on the flip side that even when you're going through something and are looking to be heard and understood, you should prepare yourself to also openly hear and understand what your friend is sharing. It is not always about you, and that is crazy to think about, because you're like, hey, I'm the one that's going through the tough time. You need to be understanding me. You need to be hearing me fully. It's not all about you. I learned that. Like you're finally in that situation where you're like, okay, I am the one that needs, the attention. Put yourself up on a pedestal and you're like, look at me, pay attention to me. I'm going through something. I need your help. As much as you want to be heard and understood, you need to be ready to hear and understand what your friend is coming from. There will be no way that you can fully understand or get what your friend is saying if you are just blocked. I'm sitting here trying to be understood, trying to get my life together, but I was forgetting to connect with my friend and really, see where they were coming from and really see the type of support that they were giving me. And just because it's not what you think does not mean that they are any less of a friend or that they don't get you. You just have to get them. You have to put yourself in their shoes in order to, understand where they're coming from. Share your thoughts with each other and create an environment that leaves you at a place of understanding and growth in your friendship. We are all different and we show love differently. So we have to be open to receive it differently as well. My friends know me as a tough love, honest, straightforward, faith-based friend. They know when they come to me, they're gonna get the truth. They know that it may hurt, it may be a little bit uncomfortable, but they know the type of friend that I am. They know how I give advice, and if they're not up for it, I'm sure they choose when and if they're gonna share, what they need to share with me. Basically, friendship is a two-way street. It's not always about you, and it's not always about them. Because sometimes if you're in a friendship where you're so focused on the other individual and making sure that they're not offended, then you become invisible in the friendship, and it does become all about them, and they're not trying to understand you, and they're not trying to really connect with you because you're making it always about them. So know that friendship is a two-way street, and when you're feeling something, or if you really feel like you need to talk to your friend, do not sweep it under the rug. Do not be like, oh, we'll get over it. If you really value that friendship, talk about it. I almost lost one of my friendships going through my situation here in California because I was like, it's about me right now. You're not giving me what I want, so I'm done. That means if we cannot connect on this level, on this, this deeper level of me, being here and really needing you, then what are you here for? Like, that's literally what I was thinking. But that was so selfish of me. I was not taking time to understand my friend. And when I really stepped back and looked at the situation, I was being so selfish, and my friend was being so caring and so loving. But because I wasn't taking time to get to know my friend and get to know the type of love that they give, the type of advice that they give, I would have lost that friendship. And I just think it's really important, especially in your 20-something years. You've grown into the woman that you are, the man that you are, and you're kind of like figuring out what you like and don't like. When you're, getting to know yourself, your friends are doing the same, it can get a little sticky around this time. Gotta hang on to the friendships that you think are, positive in your life and that are really helping you grow. And like every little thing that happens doesn't mean that you don't need to be friends. If you really value that friendship, work for it. Nothing is gonna come easy, not even a friendship. You think like, oh, that should be easy. It should be second nature. But honestly, every relationship requires attention and requires proper growth. You can't just expect your friendship plant to grow without watering it, without picking the weeds, without really making sure it's in the sunlight and that it's blooming. You have to show it attention. And if it's important to you, it wouldn't be an issue for you. I've learned how to build and keep long distance friendships, and I feel like it has made me stronger to be able to connect with, my friends back home. Things that we go through a lot in life are not in vain. Trust. Everything happens for a reason. Everything. So I know that my lessons that I'm learning are helping me right now, and they're going to help me in the future. They're going to help me when someone needs advice. They're always going to come in handy. So I'm just really excited about this series. I say that all the time. I just know that, you're going to get something from it, because it wasn't in vain. It was not in vain that I went through these things. So thank you so much for watching this video on Face to Face Friday. Topic was friendship. Please comment below with any friendship tips or things that you've learned from your friendships in life and your takeaways, and something that may help somebody else. Share this with your best friend and really start a dialogue with them about the type of love that they give, the type of advice that they give, what they like to receive. Friendships are important. God did not put us on this earth to just be in bubbles. We're meant to make connections with people. We're meant to grow and learn together. So take time in your friendships, get to know each other, have fun. So again, thank you so much for watching, and